I'm Chris Williams from Cyclone Fanatic and a proud Iowa State graduate from the class of 2007. No one shows up like Iowa State fans. And Cyclones support Cyclones on and off the field. Your gift can provide scholarships to students, fund groundbreaking research. We could even drum up opportunities for the marching band. Visit MoveWhatMatters.com to learn how you can make an impact today.
He's the prime cut passer from behind the meat counter. It's Fairway Frank. And introducing a 6'3" center who's a cut above the rest. Say hello to Audie Crooks.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic pregame show. I'm your host, Leah Nelson. As always, Chelsea Poppens will be joining me in the Wild Rose Casino studio to talk all things Iowa State, Arizona State women's basketball tonight. Tip-off is at 7:30 in Arizona State, and we're super excited to talk about it. But before we get started, we got to thank our sponsors. As always, our title sponsor for both men's and women's basketball shows is Channel Seed. We are so happy to have them on board. Huge fans of Iowa State and huge fans of the Cyclone Fanatic Podcast Network. And our friends over at Fairway Meat and Grocery, they are rock stars. They are huge fans of Iowa State, and they've been with Cyclone Fanatic for a super long time. So we're also excited to have them on board. But let's talk Iowa State, Arizona State. Arizona State is in the middle of the pack in the Big 12 conference. They're 2-1 right now in conference, but everyone is saying Iowa State should win this game. What are your thoughts, Chelsea?
I agree.
Glad, me too.
Ditto. Yeah, no, I think it's still going to be a good game. I think Audie is going to be dominant per usual. But even looking back at their game versus Utah and watching how they played Utah, we just got done playing them. And it's going to be I think it's still going to be a good matchup. I still think their guards are going to bring a really great game and shoot some threes, and Iowa State's going to have to figure out what that rotation and what that looks like out on the arc. And but I think from a post game play, Audie's always been dominant, and there's no reason she shouldn't be dominant tonight. They do have a lot of players over 6 foot, so that could be a factor in it too. So yeah,
I think this game could potentially be a huge confidence booster if they go out and play how we think they can play and they should play. But, thinking ahead, I don't want to jump the gun too much, but say they win, as a former player, how does that, just getting that, win or putting that dash in that win column, how does that feel going forward? And if you're having a tough season, Iowa State kind of is.
Yeah, I think you get it from playing too, but I think it's just they needed that confidence boost, and you've seen the progressive improvement since playing some of the top teams, and even last game was a tremendous game. I mean, it's just they ran out of gas. They didn't start with as much what's the right word? Energy as they could have. And I think they know what they need to do. It's just a matter of translating it from practice. And
sorry, go on.
What was your?
I was just going to say, so, they know what they need to do, but what adjustments do you think they've made from the Utah game just last Sunday to now?
I'm sure Coach Finley brought up how there was way too many threes from Utah. And that's probably something that they're working on, what that guard coverage and that defensive scout looks like. Because you have Ty Skinner, who's a 3-level scorer. Also, Lovette is a 3-level scorer. If they don't shoot the three, they're looking to drive. They're looking for the mid-range. And they have a lot of, Arizona has a lot of players in double digits, averaging double digits. So it's not just there's 1 or 2 players that are going to be able to score. They have players that are willing to step up if other players are locked down. And so it does go back to that scouting report. There has been a lack of 40-minute commitment to the scouting report. And you've seen the lapses here and there as people get tired. Obviously, Emily Ryan's still working on limited minutes. Crooks is like doing a lot, and not everything, but like a lot. And she still needs a break, and other players need to take that off of her shoulders. And I think once we get to that point where the rest of the players have the confidence to make it a well-balanced team coming off the bench and providing points and offensive minutes, like I think it's going to be like, all right, it's all coming together.
Do you think this is the game that potentially we could see some of the players that we haven't seen as much, like Jones, for example?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope so. I think she's still like getting that confidence in. She's been not playing a whole lot of minutes, but like I think you see like Sydney Harris step up. Like she's been a presence in the last couple games. She's been proving that she's confident on the defensive end and the offensive, and an offensive threat at the 3-point line. She's just been popping it. And I think you see Talalele probably get in if coach is running that same rotation of getting newcomers in right out of the gate and getting fresh faces. Reagan Wilson getting her some time at the point guard position. Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time before other players kind of just say like, I have nothing to lose. F it. Like, let's go in and start shooting shots that I feel I'm open for.
I think that's the perfect mindset, is like, to be honest, like they really don't have much to lose right now. So it's like, might as well go out and play. It is going to be tough. I have to note, Arizona State is trying to build on a 5-game home streak winning, whatever. So that is tough. And obviously we know Iowa State plays a lot better at Hilton. And so, is there a different mindset that they have to have coming into someone else's gym, especially knowing that Arizona State has been winning a lot in their home?
Yeah, I mean, especially when the Cyclones have been struggling on road games. I think it's just the mentality of tough road games. Like, hopefully, since they're down in Arizona, I don't actually know if they're coming back before Saturday's game. They're probably just staying down there. But maybe because they're in one place and they've had some time off and to get healthy, that will make a difference. But I mean, road games are tough all around, and Big 12's tough all around. Post players on every team are phenomenal. Everyone has height, everyone has some shooters. Like, it's Big 12 play. No game's gonna be easy. No game's gonna be an absolute blowout.
So, is there any, like, if you could have this game go anyway, obviously, like, a Cyclones win, but if there was anything that you could see Iowa State do tonight, what would it be?
It's not like one thing. I think it's a cumulative effort all around. I think Emily Ryan needs to be in double digits, just like she has been doing. I think Sydney Harris needs to step up and score. They need to shut down the threes from the other team and play that lockdown defense. Torrey had a tremendous game the last game, so I think there's going to be some adjustments that you'll see. I think Tanky needs to make those 3-pointers, the 1 for 5 last game. Like, she needs to knock those down even as a freshman. I think Brown needs to start hitting those shots that she's been shooting. I think she was like 1 for 4 or 0 for 4 the last game or something. Like, things need to start falling. And then I think that'll be a game changer. As soon as one of those people get consistent with that area of things, I think it like, you'd be like, we got it. We found our rhythm. We found our groove.
I think this is the perfect game for Iowa State to be able to do those things. I mean, fingers crossed, and you're so right. Like, the second one of those things that you just mentioned happened, just the excitement of everyone else, it seems to be like a domino effect in a good way, where people just build on each other's energy. And so, why not tonight? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it in the air. It's going to be good. Tip-off starts at 7:30 in Arizona State, so make sure everyone's watching. You can join me and Chelsea right after the game for post-game. It's going to be great. I just know we're going to be talking all these positive things. It's going to be super exciting, but go Cyclones.